I was driving my dad's Tesla today, right? And it's probably faster than it's probably faster than everybody's fucking car on the road.
It's really shiny too.
Like
fell off a little bit, but
they're like, yeah, we should evacuate if there's a school shooter. I'm like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. And then they switched it to we're gonna stay in the classroom. Child labor's bullshit, really. Right. Like these children yearn for the mines.
Yeah, they yearn. That's why all them kids are playing Minecraft.
Yeah, dude,
they yearn for the mines.
Exactly. We need to start sending them down, and they're small enough.
They want manual labor. They want to build. They want to build. They want to mine.
They want to build their careers.
And mine.
We don't have to pay them
because we're giving.
Yeah, right. And we're giving them experience, dude. Take them out of the schools and put them in the mine.
I wish I kind of wish I could go back in time and go to like school for software engineering. I feel like that's a huge thing nowadays with apps and everything. I wish I could make an app. I wish I made an app that just popped off, you know?
Dude, AI is making apps for people.
Dude, all right. If we're talking about AI, we can go on for hours.
No, I don't want to talk about AI, but they now have a software that you tell them like an app idea. Like say like I mean, you could go to this software and be like, hey, I think it'd be cool if like an app did this, this, and this. Boom. It writes the code for you and it scripts it. I don't know how well it works, and I don't know if you can like change like, hey, this button should be red. You know, when you open the app, it should say this. I don't know if you can do all that. I don't know if it's like, maybe that's like a pro version. But for like right now, I think it's cool that something can just create something like that. Because it's a lot to go into like making like an app and all that shit that you need to do.
That's essentially isn't that kind of like what AI is? It's like something that was man-made that makes things. Like it's almost like a digital factory in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a man can make like a physical factory that could have machines that, you know, have an assembly line that builds this and that goes to this and then that builds that and whatever so on. AI is like the digital version of that. It's all through through code. Code is so fucking nuts, dude. I wish I could code. I might take a class on how to code. I feel like that's huge nowadays.
Dude, there's a lot of different like coding things that people do. The one I'm like a closest with is like MATLAB right here. Have you ever heard of MATLAB?
No.
There's like a lot of shit you can do, but I think like the main thing is like creating like small little like software projects kind of like this where you like graph certain things and make like cool little graphs and titles and shit. Okay. And you can like make like simulations like, hey, I think like for this, for example, is like a fucking wind turbine. Right. It's like, hey, if wind comes at it at this speed, then how thick does this steel need to be so it doesn't bend or so it doesn't break? Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, well, the wind can be up to 190 miles an hour. It's like, okay, well, that's never going to happen. So, you know, we can reduce that, you know, that thickness of that steel so that it's like saves us on cost, but then it'll also be like strong enough to withhold and withstand anything.
You don't think the AI could do that itself?
Oh, no, I definitely do. But this is like a coding language that can do that, and that's what people have been using this for years. Mm-hmm. And they've been using it for more than that. Like, I used MATLAB specifically for, like, agriculture. So making, like, when you build a parking lot, you have, like, these like, cesspools almost of fucking just rainwater that collects underneath.
Right.
So, because once you take away, like, natural land, you need to put that water somewhere.
Right.
So instead of it flooding every time it rains, there's giant just containers underneath like almost every parking lot that just contain like the rainwater. And that's what we used it for, to see like how much rainwater it could take. Because you need to make them big enough so that like that amount of land that was there containing that water can now be underneath the parking lot. Mm. It can do a lot of interesting shit.
Yeah. Isn't CNC, like CNC machines, isn't that AI?
Well, I wouldn't say AI, but it's like a coding language.
Right.
Will they make it AI? Yeah, probably. Where
have to look pretty for the thumbnails and get us clicks.
You know, like that thing I was talking about where there's like a cesspool, like a cesspit underneath like a parking lot?
Rainwater? Yeah.
Yeah. That's like what Caleb reminds me of, just like a cesspit of shit.
Disgusting filth.
Right.
Yeah. Pretty much every time I think of them, I actually vomit a little bit in my mouth, but I swallow it down like a man.
I cry.
Do you really?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I haven't cried in a long time, dude. Caleb. I was thinking about it today. I was like, man, when's the last time you've cried? Honestly, I don't remember. Well over like a year ago. I feel like I would remember if it was within a year, but
Really?
yeah, I don't cry like too much.
Huh. Oh, mine was definitely within a year.
Really?
I cry a lot. I'm an emotional guy.
That's good.
I let it. I don't fight it anymore. I used to fight it all the time. I would fight it, but now, I think in the past year, I've been just like, sometimes, dude. Sometimes I'll be at home, and I'll be like, I'll just feel really emotional. Say I'll be like watching videos or something. I discovered this recently. I was like watching videos, not videos, movies, shows, and then there was like these emotional buildups and just scenes that would like affect me, like scenes that are like have an emotional response to them, like they have a nice score behind them that's supposed to get you to like feel for the character or whatever. Stuff like that has been making me like, it would just make me like, I would cry at moments, like I would start to tear up at moments that weren't supposed to be sad or like tears of joy. Like I would just any sort of like moment that was supposed to be any emotion at all would get me like emotional. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? To the point where I just like let myself cry. I just started fucking bawling at like the most non-sad moment in a show ever. Just because I was like, I think I needed that. I think I just needed to let that shit out. Just something about it. I just had to cry. I don't know. It was weird.
No, that's pretty cool.
You ever had that?
Yeah, I would say so. I've been through, I think it's like a period of time more than like, oh yeah, I cry X amount of times per year.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's more like a period, say like, you know, like 2 years ago, I was probably more emotional than I am now. Mm-hmm. And I think it has to do with like where I'm at in life, how I respond to things and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that. So did you see, like, did you find yourself like crying at points where like it was sad, or was it mostly like points that like weren't sad and the sad parts like you were just like or was it just like everything?
The sad parts were worse. I mean,
okay.
Just like it was like everything was amplified. Like it was like my emotional response to things was just amplified for like, this was like a week time. I haven't had it since, but then I just let myself cry. I was like, I think I just need to let myself cry. I think that was all it was, and it was weird. I've never had that before. I've never had a moment where I just like had so much emotional buildup that I didn't even know what it was from. Like I wasn't triggered by anything. Like it wasn't like I had something on my mind that I was stressed about. I just noticed that whenever I was watching stuff, I was just like getting like a cool like aha moment for the hero in a show. I'd just be like, yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah.
And then I was just like, why do I feel that? That's so weird. It was weird. I never had that.
Yeah, no, I think that's something that's not really like talked about a lot. And like, I mean, men's mental health specifically. I feel like it's like there's like a whole stigma behind it, right. And like men crying. I mean, ever since like I was born, and I'm sure probably since the fucking dawn of time. I guess I can't think of like a time where like men were like, yeah, you should cry, other than like right now,
yeah,
where it's like
it's
just
okay,
starting.
Brother.
Pretty
cry.
much, exactly. Yeah, right. I just don't think that was ever really like socially acceptable.
Yeah,
unless there was like a point, like a funeral or something. Like then, like even then, some people will. Yeah, I know.
Dude, my dad, I've never seen my dad cry.
Me
I haven't
neither.
seen my dad cry probably ever. But no. When my latest dog died, that was the only time I've ever seen him cry. You know what they say about a man's best friend, dude.
Oh, for sure, dude. I'll definitely cry when my dog dies, probably for weeks.
Dude, for that,
my best friend.
For that 6 months after, I would cry just thinking about it.
Yeah.
I was like,
understandable.
I remember like waking up in the morning and then like my dog would be down there and he'd be waiting for me, and it was so exciting, and it's just not even exciting. It was taken for granted.
For
like,
sure.
You take for granted those moments like of having your dog there, even something as simple as Indy scratching at your door.
Yeah.
You'll miss that, dude. Like,
no, I know.
Sure, it's annoying in the moment because we're trying to record, but like, yeah, you'll look back at that and you'll be like, man, like she was always just wanted to be with me and stuff.
For sure.
God damn.
I was talking to my girlfriend about it today, and just about Indy in general. And I think there's so many moments past even like a dog and everything, like we just take for granted. Right. Like maybe we're living in the moment, maybe we're not. I don't know. Like, do you think like you're more like living in the moment, like when you're taking these things for granted, or is it more like, oh fuck, like that's annoying, blah blah blah? But like, I don't know. I think
now more so than ever, I'm focused on. I'm not focused on right now. I'm more focused on the future.
Me too.
Because I mean, with this, I mean, sure, we don't have people watching right now that are like, like when's the next Wavelength Boys podcast coming out? But it feels cool. It feels cool to know that like if we put in the effort, if we put in the time, we'll get to that point. We'll get to the point where people are watching for us, for our personalities, for what we're talking about, for our lives and stuff. And I want to focus on that. That's what I've been focusing on. Is I want to focus on stuff that is going to improve our lives and my life, obviously. But obviously with my friends too. Like even though if you haven't noticed, Caleb is not with us anymore. I pointed that way. That's where Jake would be. Caleb isn't with us anymore. But I still think about like if we were to hit it big, if we were to get big, I would want Caleb to be part of it somehow, because he's our best friend. Like I want to have him here somehow. Maybe not coming with us on podcasts and doing stuff with us, making videos and stuff, but somehow connected. I want to. A lot of my close friends, I always think of like things that they could do, like things that my friends are good at. Outside of Caleb, things that my friends are good at that would help for if we were to ever, acquire a large sum of money, or, we could afford help on something. Like we have one friend who's good at gardening or some shit. If I had a house, if I had a lot of money, I'd pay her to that's what she likes to do. So fucking garden for us. Right. Cool. I want to include everybody I can. Like I want to help everybody and to do what they want to do, because that's ultimately what I want to do. Is I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to do something where I feel expendable. And I don't know if you feel that your job. You're smart, so you do like high level shit. What I do, I'm expendable. Like it's just the truth. I'm operating a machine that somebody else can be trained to do the same thing. Sure, I might do it better, but
right. Okay, I was gonna mention that at least.
Right. Yeah. I'm good enough. Like I'm smart enough that I know how to do it like efficiently and stuff. But regardless, people don't notice that. People higher up don't notice that part of me. They're just like, okay, I'm just like someone who fills the position, and somebody else could fill that too just as easily. They just need to be trained, and it's hard to find people that are, decent, especially with a job that you can get hired right off the street.
Right.
Excuse me.
No, and I think, I don't know. I think I totally agree with you that, like, yeah, I want to help all my friends. I have friends that can make music, and I think, like, a lot of my friends, are very talented people. Right. I think you and Caleb specifically are very talented in the art field. And Caleb with music. See, I mean, you're getting into the music scene, and I know he's helping you with that. But yeah, I just think, if we could have like intro music or whatever, I mean, you could do it. But then like if we needed to, we could fucking, hey man, we'll give you $200 like to do our intro for next time or some shit. Like that'd be sweet.
At that point, it would be even more, dude.
Yeah, I'm just saying it'd be cool to be like, yeah, I'm sure it'd be more or whatever.
Just the fact that we know someone who could do that, and just, we have the connections, dude. Honestly, and I feel like he wouldn't care if we mentioned him. Chada Flow, dude, he makes some really good stuff. He has a really good sound, and like, there's so many people out there that have that talent, but he's just one of the few people that actually like puts it out there. Right. And he might not do it as much as we think that he should, because we think
he should do it more.
Yeah, for sure. And we want to have him someday. One day.
No, yeah, and I want to mention, because he actually sent me something last night.
Right.
At like, well, I shouldn't say last night. It was this morning, dude. It was like 2 a.m. He sends me a snap, like a minute long. And dude, like he looked like slightly tired in it. And I can imagine at 2 a.m. you're probably tired. But dude, I was like, dude, you're like probably grinding this shit out again. Like I love to see him in like his creative era. I love to see my friends in their creative era. Right. I love to see my friends like, dude, like I got this. Like we both are friends with Jaden. Mm-hmm. I like to see him like, dude, this fucking job I have right now is fucking blah, blah, blah. Like, I love to fucking see it from any of my friends. Even, like, my coworkers, when they're like, oh, like I just did this. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Like, dude, I'm always there for somebody's success. Yeah. What I don't necessarily like, and I will always be there for somebody, right? When they're like, oh, like, like this happened, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, of course. Like, I'm going to be there for them. Sure. What I don't like is, like a pity party. I know certain people... And I almost try to keep like a distance from them.
You're talking the complete opposite.
Complete opposite.
People are talking about what's bad
right.
is happening.
What's bad is happening. Sure. I like to hear. I like to hear both sides. But when it's like that one person that's always like negative, I try to like steer clear, just for like my personal growth, especially right now, because I feel like I'm only moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely know people that like just every time I'm with them, it's just like something bad about what's going on. It's like, man, fucking get over it. You need to focus on yourself. Who cares what the fuck they think about? Especially if it's like with somebody else, like they have drama with somebody. I fucking hate drama. I have drama with 0 people in my life. Yep. I've always been one that's avoided drama. Like anytime I like growing up, I was the class clown, and then whenever high school hit, I was more of like I just kept to myself, and then work hit, I just kept to myself, and then I started making friends at work, and then I started seeing that okay, they have drama. This person has drama. It's like a spider web of just like people like connected to each other, and I just like avoided all of it. And to this day, I'm clean. Nobody hates me. I hope. I mean,
no, and I think that's something that people don't talk about is not only the drama, but like the people that are like down, because everybody wants to help everybody. Right. Well, I can't say everybody, but a large majority of people want to help other people. Mm-hmm. But they need to realize that like being selfish isn't always a bad thing.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean like I'm being selfish right now because like I see myself moving forward, so I want to keep all the negativity away. And I don't even mean that. I just keep it at a distance. So you can't keep all the negativity away. I'm going to be negative some days or at some points during the day and stuff. Mm-hmm. I try to be mainly positive, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I am selfish 90% of the time at this point because I only focus on myself. And I think when you put yourself first, you're able to put people right behind you where like you're able to take care of them even more because you put yourself first. Like I am my most important person in my life. I have to keep it that way.
Yeah, I think more people should definitely know that being selfish is not inherently a bad thing.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, everyone should have a little bit of selfishness, if not mostly. Like focus on yourself. I mean, that's how everyone should move forward is by paying attention to themselves first. You can't have all the good people like hanging back and like helping people that are lagging behind, and then I agree that you should. Yeah.
Well, like you were talking about the whole spider web kind of effect that you see, and I think a lot of people, especially like in like a work setting, you start to see, oh, this person doesn't like this person. You see, at least me personally, I consider myself like pretty good at reading people, so I can see like, oh, this person doesn't like this person, or they just flat out say it.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, this person has this right now with this person, and I'm completely with you. Like I stay away, but also. I think a lot of times people go into those positions and they go, oh, you don't like them? And like say like you like person A more than you like person B.
Right.
So you're with person A and they say, hey, I hate person B. You automatically hate them. I always made it my personal goal to not be that way and to always put my own judgment towards that person. That person has a clean slate no matter what anybody says until they do something to me, positive or negative,
That's a good way to look at it. That's what I try to do too. Yeah, it definitely takes some influence. Like, I know people that I was friends with a lot longer, and then they had like some shit go down with this person, and it just doesn't affect me. Like, but then I'll see like mutual friends be like, okay, yeah, fuck that person. Like, that's such a stupid thing to do. But like, then I talk to that person on the other end that they're talking about, and then it's either a misunderstanding or like the person kind of deserved it or something like that. Like some people twist things to like they twist the story to fit their narrative because they want to seem like the good guy. It's like, what's that saying? This is super like dramatic but it's like history is written by the victors, and it's like whoever's more popular or whoever gets their voice out more is the one who. Similar to what we talked about, I think it was last podcast. We were talking about that Reddit where the guy was bullying the kid, but he's like super popular, like a popular guy, and he's bullying the kid, and of course people are gonna believe him over this kid that didn't talk at all. I hate that. I mean, especially because
shitty. I
grew up quiet, so I mean, definitely sucks to think that like. Oh, dude, I have a story.
Okay, sure.
This is a funny story. This is like me seeming like the school shooter when I was in high school, and I
okay.
Yeah. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, you're gonna need that. I think I'm gonna need that. Okay.
It's funny. So I used to, I guess I still do, technically have a condition called gynecomastia. It's a layer of estrogen below your areola, so like in your pec, right? And it's commonly referred to as man boobs. Now, I didn't have it that bad, but my nipples were popped out a little bit. In high school, I was always super self-conscious about it. I would wear the same exact hoodie every single day to cover it up. I would wear my backpack straps. I would walk like this, and like push my shoulders forward as best I could. And my friends knew about it, obviously. Anytime I went to like my one friend's house to go swimming or something, he would point them out, and he would make fun of them, and like I would like be like, yeah, they're so weird looking, But on the inside, I was like, hey man,
sure.
fucking don't do that. But I wouldn't say that at the time. I wasn't like open about my emotions. But fast forward to I was in a study hall. And in study hall, I didn't fucking do anything. Even if my friends were in my class, I didn't like dick around. I would just like read, or I would get my homework done or some shit. Like I would use study hall like productively, like
how you're supposed to.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, exactly. And I was sitting like reading. I was being real quiet, like reading. And my friends were in the back of the class, and they were telling. Two of my friends were telling my mutual friend like from school, like, hey, like, you should ask John to show his nipples to you. Like, they're so weird looking. And they were just like talking about it super loudly in the back of this quiet study hall. People are doing work to the left of me. People are like, talking to each other to the right. But it's quiet. It's nice and quiet. So like, if anyone was really listening, they could hear this shit going down. They could hear like John's nipples, John. Like, I was like, fucking. So I'm sitting there reading, and I turn around. And actually, you know what? No. They asked me. Sorry, they asked me to come back, and I'm like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Show him your nipples." And I was like, I just didn't say anything. I turned around and just walked away and just sat down. And then they kept talking about it. And then my one friend was making like a gesture. He was going like bing, bing, like in the back, and that pissed me off, dude. So I turned around and I said, "Hey, can you shut the fuck up?" Just like straight up. And this was in a study hall with a teacher that I didn't have. I didn't know anything about. So he didn't say anything because he didn't know me.
Right.
So I just like, hey, can you shut the fuck up? And I turned around and just kept reading. And I was like, looking back on it, that is such a school shooter thing to fucking do.
No, dude. I think that's the exact opposite because you said something. I think a school shooter doesn't say anything.
True. Yeah. But
And they just let it build up even more than that.
But it was more of like it was an embarrassing thing because I kept to myself so much in high school that like me doing that and like being aggressive, like passive aggressive, I guess. Like seeing like other people in the class like look at me like they didn't understand why I was saying to them. It was just like, oh, I'm reading and I want them because they're being loud. Like that's what to them it seemed like. It was probably okay. He's trying to read, and they're talking in the back. So he's annoyed that so he just says, "Shut the fuck up." Like that's his initial response. Like you'd think it would be something else. Like from their perspective. From my perspective, obviously, yeah, it's the right thing to say. Hey, shut the fuck up.
You're saying from like a third person's point of view.
Yeah,
they're like,
wait,
what
someone
the
like
fuck's
studying
going on?
over here, and he's like, oh, and then I go back to reading
Because they think it's because you're reading
exactly.
and you're talking.
Yeah, they're being loud or some shit. So,
Yeah,
so that's why I always look back in that and I'm like, I wonder if the people in that class were like, oh man, he's got some shit to deal with.
Well, there's a 99.99999% chance they don't fucking remember that at all.
True, yeah.
So
no.
you're the only one probably that even remembers. Or those kids that, knew we were doing wrong, they probably look back on that and they're like, fuck, dude, I shouldn't have been doing that. Well, if they're better people than they were back then. Or they're just pieces of shit. And they're probably nothing, honestly.
You know what ended up happening was I was walking to my next class. I had my next class with one of those kids. And he was like, hey man, sorry, like I was just making a joke, like Simon's never seen them, and I was like, dude, it's not about it. Like I can't fucking do anything about it, okay? Like I'm stuck with this. I don't appreciate you making fun of my physical flaws. It's not funny at all. And he's like, oh, and we just walked silently to the next class. So like I guess I did open up at the end, but
no, you stood up for yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's super important. I honestly think, like, the whole school shooter, you weren't there because the school shooter would have just been completely silent and then did a huge act. I mean, obviously.
Right.
But I think it sounds appropriate what you did.
You mean like beat somebody up in the bathroom? That kind of?
Not that far.
Yeah. Yeah. Like shoot somebody in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Way worse. Yeah.
Way worse.
Dude, I never understood school shooters like we had those evacuation drills and stuff where
when we evacuated because of a school shooter, when that was the thing. Are you talking about that?
Was that for bombs?
That was for bombs. But originally, I think back when I was in school, don't quote me on this because I think that's what it was, but I'm pretty sure we were fucking. At first, they're like, yeah, we should evacuate if there's a school shooter. I'm like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. And then they switched it to we're gonna stay in the classroom, and I'm like, well, that makes sense. You know, less movement, the better. And then you barricade the doors and shit. I'm like, okay, that makes more sense.
Wait, so are we both twisting it though? Was it for bombs? I feel like it was for bombs.
Yeah. It was for bombs when we evacuated. Yeah.
Yeah, our school had a infamous history of bomb threats.
What was there in that 1 week? There was like 4.
Yeah.
In 1 week,
because people would write stuff in the bathroom and they're like, oh, we got off school for this, so people would just write shit in the bathroom just on purpose.
And then they found out one girl that did it
through Snapchat
4 times. Well, she did it 4 times in 1 week.
Really?
They finally found out who it was. Whoever reported her, because I think it was a student reported her. I'm like, that student fucking sucks because everybody enjoyed it. Everybody's like, well, fuck, we get to walk for like an hour and a half.
But then the time that we came back, we had to use metal detectors and stuff going to school.
Oh, did you? I never had those.
Really?
Never.
Yeah, we had they had metal detectors in the opening doors, and people were like waiting out in the line in the cold, like waiting to get into school. So people would just leave. People were like call their dad. They just pick them
fuck
up,
it, I'm not going.
Which is super suspicious to anybody.
Yeah.
So all the faculty was just like looking at them like, huh, what are you hiding?
Yeah, they just write everybody's name who leaves.
Just people just don't want to fucking wait to get inside.
Especially like if it's fucking raining or snowing or whatever.
Yeah. I think it was like fall, so it was like kind of cold, but.
Damn, do they still do that? Where like they wait outside and shit? Do you have any idea?
No. It was just for like a temporary because of the bomb threats at the time. I thought that was.
Were they
around
checking
the same
everybody's shit? Like checking with like opening up their book bags and.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, pulling out like anything metal or some shit. I don't even know if they had metal detectors or if they just checking people. I think they were just kind of opening them like, yeah, okay.
Damn, dude, because I knew kids that sold like drugs at school.
Yeah, they'd get fucked.
They'd get fucked.
I think we had a little bit of a heads up.
So that's good.
So I think
they weren't trying to fuck people over.
Right. Like I think it was a rumor at most. Like some people heard about it. So like anybody important who like had drugs.
Like I knew people.
Yeah. So they probably heard about it and they were like, all right, I gotta get out of here. Did you ever hear about like the canines coming in and like drug sniffing?
Yeah, I was there for that.
I had a friend who got busted. He got expelled because he had weed or some shit in his locker. Which is like, why the fuck do you have it at school?
I think besides, I mean, there's some people that did smoke at school, which. Yeah. I mean, if you're in high school, like I totally get doing it and shit, but like, why even bring it in? Because more than like I know there's middle schoolers and shit, but more than likely, like you're 16, 17, some people are 18, like you're in high school, leave it in your car, leave it somewhere, like don't fucking bring it in school. Like you know it's gonna get you in trouble, you know you're gonna get expelled.
Yeah.
And like, well, not anymore actually, but a lot of jobs were like, hey, you need a high school diploma or a GED, and that's just for entry level. Now. You take a fucking quiz that's like, what's 9 plus 32, and you don't need a fucking high school diploma, which I think is fucking dumb. I do, although at the same time, it's like, why do I need a high school diploma to fucking work at McDonald's? Why do I need a high school diploma to work here or there when you don't need that shit?
You don't need a high school diploma to work at McDonald's, do you?
I don't know.
Because they have like 16-year-olds.
They do. But at the same time, like there's certain. Well, actually, no. You're right because there's certain places I think you have to be 18 and older, and I think when it's those places, I think you need a high school diploma or GED.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, because fast food. I mean, yeah. What do you need?
Exactly.
High school?
Unless you're like, I guess. Well, I mean, if you're a cashier or something, like you have to. Well, no. Yeah. I guess you hit like the buttons now.
If you're 16, dude, like I don't know. If you're 16 and you can't,
you should have like a small.
Math, yeah, and you're right. You have math. Like
it should be like cheeseburger. Like it shouldn't be like 412 or whatever.
That's got to be what they do, right? Like anytime.
Like they hit cheeseburger. I imagine. I don't know. I think it'd be, dude. I would love to be a cashier for a few days. Or like a drive-through, dude. Every time I go to like a drive-through or something, like I always go to Starbucks or Dunkin' with like my girlfriend. I never really get shit because I don't like Starbucks and Dunkin' that much.
Right.
But dude, I'm like, if I could fucking go in there and like work the drive-through where I'm like glazed donut,
yeah,
fucking small coffee, cream, dude, it'd just be fun to press the buttons for a few days.
They've had people like YouTubers and stuff do that, like take over for a little bit, right? Isn't that legal? Like you can't do that. Like you literally have to be working. You
have to be trained, dude, and they have to pay you. So like in those situations where there's like videos like that, I wonder if they're like, hey man, here's your $5.10 for the 35 minutes you worked.
Behind the scenes,
there has to be something because I feel like they have to be compensated.
I always wonder, like whenever I'm ordering something from a drive-through, like I think I have a feeling like it's probably got to be like they're on a screen, like an iPad type thing, and they literally hit like cheeseburger. Like I want a number whatever, cheeseburger meal with this, and then they hit that, and then you're like, oh, also can you add to this, and they probably just click on it again and then edit, add. Yeah, it's probably as simple as that. So like, dude, fucking 16-year-olds are growing up with phones, iPads, and stuff. Like,
they don't have a choice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true.
At that point.
Yeah, it's up to the parents, really.
Dude, did you ever see that they're trying? Well, first of all, they're trying to take away like people's jobs. Like McDonald's is trying to make like machines that make the burgers and shit. Have you seen like that type of stuff going on?
I haven't, no.
So McDonald's and a bunch of other places, like a lot of gas stations, I guess, are doing it now, where like the food is being made strictly by machines. Like I guess there's like one McDonald's that runs solely on machinery. There's not. I don't think there's one person other than a maintenance dude who comes every day to maintenance the equipment. Because I don't know if like a fucking burger gets stuck if you have to like go and maintenance it and they're just done for the day.
Yeah.
Because like the guy goes, maybe the guy gets alerted and he's like, oh shit, okay, I gotta go.
Yeah.
But there was like this one, it was like a hot dog in like a bun, but not like an open bun, like a circle bun.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And then it like,
Yeah.
it pushed like, and then it put like the hot dog in the thing without the bun. And then it gave the person just like a fucking hot dog.
Just going through the process, just missing. It was just wasn't
missing
even doing
everything,
anything.
dude. And like nothing worked. Dude, it was so funny. And then he got a fucking hot dog in like a wrapper, and that was it. And it was just there.
This is like a vending machine kind of like type thing. Yeah.
He looks so disappointed too.
That reminds me of like whenever you see like those like rotisserie like hot dogs, chickens at like Walmart or some shit. It was like one of those, except like it was a dispense, but it was just like super fancy for no reason.
Yeah.
Like you can just you can just have hot dogs in there. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good fucking point. You could literally just have somebody do that one motion.
Yeah.
That's what the machine was doing.
Rather than have somebody like oh, I have to call for a maintenance person.
I didn't even think about that.
Dude, it takes a 16-year-old to be like, here's a hot dog.
No, dude. I think my 3 or 4-year-old niece could do it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like
it doesn't take any like just
child labor.
I mean,
child labor's bullshit. Really.
Right.
Like these children yearn for the mines.
Yeah, that's why all them kids are playing Minecraft.
Yeah, dude,
they yearn for the mines.
Exactly. We need to start sending them down, and they're small enough.
They want manual labor. They want to build. They want to build. They want to mine.
They want to build their careers
and mine.
We don't have to pay them because
and
we're giving. Yeah, right. And we're giving them experience, dude. Take them out of the schools and put them in the mines.
Oh my god!
I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing in like Ethiopia.
They got it right. They
got it right.
They got it right,
dude. Some of these child labor laws that we have, get them out of here.
Yeah. I think child labor is what we need.
I'm all for it.
What the fuck is a child gonna do at home, playing Fortnite?
Dude, they're living rent free in your fucking house. Are you kidding me?
Playing Minecraft and Fortnite.
I wouldn't have it.
Building forts.
They could be building houses.
They could be building houses.
That's bullshit.
They could be breaking blocks. They could be, digging the foundation hole. What the fuck are we doing?
Don't ask me, man. I'm not the child labor.
We should start like an organization that only hires children.
Called the Child Labor Association.
We're not paying them though.
The CLA.
Right.
Or the CLAW for short.
Yeah. We don't pay them.
No, dude, we don't have enough money for that yet.
No. Like it's just for free.
And it's like a charity.
But they want to do it.
They yearn for the mines.
Because they're playing Minecraft, and they're like, oh, I wish I could do this in real life.
I wish I could just go around building everything I wanted.
Oh, this is so boring. I hate flying around and having infinite resources. I wish I could just get really sweaty and pickaxe dirt for all day, and then probably get nothing done.
And make no money. And
make no money.
Yeah, they want that. And I'm all for it.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
How old do you have to be to work? Is it like 14?
16.
Is it 16? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can't you get like a written notice or something?
Unless it's changed. I remember you being able to be 16 and go to McDonald's because I had a friend in high school who worked at McDonald's at 16.
My mom was a manager at McDonald's.
Okay. When
she was like 17, she got Employee of the Month twice in a row.
Good employee then.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I can't.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's just fact. Yeah. Sounds awesome. She sounds like a cool person. She sounds like a good employee too. That's not done. So I mean,
I'm just saying.
What was it for?
Dude, I mean, Employees of the Month. Just get Employees of the Month. Do you think they do? Do they do Employees of the Month anywhere other than like fast? I've seen fast food places.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it at like an actual business. That sounds so shitty of me to say.
Well,
you know what I mean, though. I mean, like a corporation,
business,
or a family.
My dad owns a business.
Yeah.
If I if I saw him do employee of the month, I don't know, it would just kind of create tension. I feel like, especially in like a localized like family type business.
For that, yeah. But let's say like a corporation. I don't think they have them. Like we have like awards, like yearly awards.
True. I think that's the equivalent. I think that's like what replaced it, because now you're actually getting something rather than just being like, hey, this person's a really good worker.
Yeah, exactly. And you get like a picture, and you get your face hung on the wall. It's like, wow,
just
sweet.
A really bad lighting picture of you going.
So bad. Yeah. Employee of the month or something. Yeah. Damn.
Do you think you would be employee of the month? Have you ever gotten an award for being a good worker?
I've gotten like good bonuses. I've gotten like, as far as like awards go, like physical awards.
Yeah.
I don't
How many
think
trophies
so.
do you have? Have you ever
I have a
gone
lot
to a
of
friend's
trophies.
house and you just seen like, they just got like a fucking closet full of like. Just
I have a
like
closet full of trophies.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, guy was pissing me off.
We're good. Calm it down back there. Yeah, dude, for lifting mostly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You were jacked. You were. I mean, now you're kind of like fell off a little bit, but
Yeah. You know how it is, dude.
I'll throw up a picture. No, I won't. I don't know. It's up to you, I guess.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm down for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but children.
I love them.
Yeah.
Just when they yearn for the minds and when I can exploit them.
You want kids, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
You think it'd be cool to like? What do you think the coolest part about it? I always think, I think it would just be cool to see like someone who takes traits from you and just like it would be cool to see like your kid growing up and seeing like, oh, say for mine for example, sorry, seeing like artistic talent, I'd be so excited. I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. If you saw like your kid was just like 3 years old and he's just like doing like fucking like.
I don't want my kid to be like that. I'm not sure how much. I definitely think about this a lot. Just because I wouldn't say I'm necessarily around that age, but I mean 24, almost 25.
Right.
You know, within the next few years, I could definitely see myself having a child. So I do think about it. I do consider it. I mean, immensely. Like I think about it a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that's what I'm trying to do now is create somebody who I would want my child to be.
Okay, that's a weird way to put it. Create somebody.
No. I just mean like I'm creating myself into a person that I would want my child to be.
I thought you were referring to your spouse. like I want to manufacture her to fit to fit what I want.
No.
What I want in life.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean I think obviously people pick who they're with.
Yeah, why
obviously.
shouldn't you be picky? Yeah.
No, not even being picky, but I mean yeah, I guess it is being picky. Like I think everybody is picky in that regard, or at least they should be, unless it's like arranged. I mean, we still have that.
Do we?
I doubt in America.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as like
royalty, does royalty do that?
I think so.
Isn't that
certain places?
I mean, this is such a fucking like. Yeah, I definitely don't have the information about this, but like
probably look it up.
The what's that Prince of England who married that actress from America?
I don't know. I don't think that was.
Is that like blasphemous or some shit?
No. Oh yeah. Because of her nationality.
Yeah, and didn't he move to America? Isn't he in America now?
I don't think he's an American, but did he move? Yeah, I want to say
LA.
he did.
Probably or some shit.
I don't know why. I feel like he's in New York,
Dude,
but
if
I could be completely
royalty
wrong.
And I moved
What is
to
his
America,
name? Is it like
Will? It's William, isn't
Prince
it?
William? Prince William of Wales?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Let's just look up Prince William. Duke of Cambridge.
He didn't grow up yearning for the mines. He was he already had gold all over him.
I mean, him and his wife seem like good people. At least I thought. I don't know much about them.
Things. I heard
really?
Oh no, it's not William. It's
you
Harry.
think it's this guy?
It's Harry. Yeah,
Prince
yeah.
Harry.
Yeah.
Is that who it is?
Because I know he had guns or some shit, and then his wife like made them.
Yeah.
made him
Okay.
Get rid of them.
It is him because she looks familiar.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I have no. I don't think she's not pop. She's not a famous
Meghan?
actor. Meghan. Yeah.
I mean, I guess
Duchess of Sussex.
Oh, okay. So they both come from royalty.
No. Well, that's just the title that she probably got. It probably.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Duke of Sussex, and then she would be the Duchess.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I don't know much about this because I've never really cared.
That's a fuck.
To be completely honest with you, I know a lot of people here care for some reason. Couldn't be me.
Fuck royalty, but like, dude, if you have the name Prince in your you Prince something and you're the Duke of something,
fucking
it's
cool,
so cool, dude.
Oh, for sure. I think I'd want to be a Duke rather than a prince. But
what about a doctor? You think a doctor's cool? Like, would you fight for that doctor title just to be called doctor?
Yeah, so I'm doing like I mean I'm sure you
I know
know,
you're,
but yeah, I'm doing my master's right now. Getting through it. I've considered to become a doctor just for the title. Yes.
Yeah,
D- I
which is cool.
I don't know how much it would actually do me like good.
I'd call you Doc all the time. You just be Doc.
But it'd be cool, man.
Yeah, it
I,
would.
I think it would just be cool. Now, I don't know why, because it's not like I'd be like the first doctor of my family. I have two cousins. I think they're twins. They're at least brothers, but super smart dudes, super down to earth dudes. Make a bunch of money. One's an anesthesiologist, and they're like one of like the top paid doctors.
Damn.
And then the other works, I think, at a nonprofit. But dude, you would talk to these guys, and you would probably not know that they're doctors. Now, the only reason I say that is because I know a lot of doctors who are like very full of themselves. And I can say that, at least personally, I think I can say that because I've worked with a lot of doctors and I've worked with people and they think like they're like up here. But in reality, I think everybody's here. I treat the janitor the same way I treat my manager.
Yeah.
At least like that's like my personal philosophy or belief that you should treat everybody the same. Everybody's a fucking person. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, like obviously like
sometimes you could tell. Sometimes you could tell whenever someone's like, screws loose.
Yeah, well, okay. I think you can tell when somebody's very smart too. But like and they seem very smart.
I don't know, because I feel like a lot of smart people happen to be introverted. Like they keep to themselves so much, and they're so
sometimes.
quiet, and you're just like,
But
there's something about him. Like he's gotta be like, he probably knows a shit ton about this or whatever.
like when you're a doctor, depending on the type of doctor you are, you have to be able to talk to people.
Right.
You have to convey that knowledge. You have to convey whatever's going on, especially if like you're a surgeon or whatever. See, I've noticed a lot of surgeons being assholes, dude. Surgeons, and I don't know why. Especially, and my mom could probably tell you of a million surgeons that are. She used to work in an OR.
She used to work for the surgeon that
for
just
like
did my surgery.
Right, and she worked not for him for 40 years, but as a nurse for like 40 some years, and she has a lot of experience with surgeons specifically. And she said like majority of them treat nurses like shit, and I'm like I believe that.
Yeah.
I do, because I think she's like they think they're up here, and like say they are. I mean, yes, they are less expendable, like we were talking about earlier, than nurses.
Yeah.
A nursing degree is easier to get than a doctor, but I still think there should be a mutual respect. Like you guys are coworkers, you know?
I think that's my goal in life is to
What's that?
to have that power, but to still use it to like to treat everyone equally.
Oh yeah.
Like I never want to get to a point where I feel like I would want someone to keep me in check if I started to be like too egotistical or like I was like just I don't know, making fun of somebody just because they're lesser than me, like they make less than me or something, like as if money is what makes a person a person. Like sure, I might be successful, but I want to use that to like I want to boost other people. I think it'll be so cool. I think dude, there's so many people out there that are so like under the radar that are super talented at something, especially art-wise. I pay attention to a lot of people's art like backgrounds and stuff. And it's really cool to see what people can do, and I want people to like really lean into that and make something off of it. So I would always use it to boost people. That's what I would. It's my dream, dude. That's my dream.
Yeah, I have like I completely agree, but I have like an analogy almost that I was thinking about today. So with like I think it goes in accordance with that perfectly. Is that I want to be that way, like I want to have that. But like I don't want to use it, you know. Like I want this like prestige, but I'm not going to be like, oh, dude, I'm so much better. And that's like I was driving my dad's Tesla today, right? And it's probably faster than
Tesla.
it's probably faster than everybody's
so
fucking
fast.
car on the road.
It's really shiny too.
Like, and it to have that is like you feel a sense of like superiority when you're driving around.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
And I know that I'm faster than everybody, but I don't have to prove it because I know it, right?
Right.
So like when it goes hand in hand when like I think of like what you just said, but I don't know, like it's completely different scenario, but it's like just having it. Like right now in my job specifically, I feel like undervalued. Mm-hmm. I think if I got a higher position, that I would feel that value that I'm missing because, and I think I'll always think that, and I think there won't be a limit, and I'll always feel that. But there's always like a, and maybe this is getting into a completely different topic to where I feel like down here.
I'm following.
Almost. So like I want to have that superiority that I would never use. Like for example, this week
you want what you deserve.
Right. At least that's how I view it. And I think like I'm way smarter than I'm currently giving people and giving.
Yeah.
But like for example, this week I got incredibly humbled. My ego got destroyed.
Really?
Yeah, because I went down to another department. I've never met these people. It's like a newer department. And I said, hey, I'm here to talk to blah, blah, blah. I'm picking up this. And she goes, oh, you're here to see X, Y. Okay. And you're here for the garbage? The garbage is right there. And I go,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, yeah.
No, I just know.
Let's go
Dude,
pick
I
it
was
up.
like flabbergasted that the first thing that came to her mind was that I'm the garbage man.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that because we already talked about like I'll never think lesser of anybody. But for me to be like immediately representing the appearance, I guess, of a garbage man, I was like, what the fuck?
Do you think that's what it was? Excuse me. Do you
I
think
don't know.
You think it was physical appearance, or do you think it was just like maybe they were expecting the garbage man?
Maybe they're expecting it, but
I
dude,
gonna-
regardless, my ego was like, what the fuck? And I could have pulled out like a no, actually, like I'm a scientist and I'm here for blah blah blah.
Actually.
But I'm not gonna do that. So like I was like, no. It caught me off guard, and I was like, no. And but dude, I've been thinking about it since Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Today's Thursday, so Monday, 3 days. Been thinking about it every day. Dude,
Why?
my ego was hurt,
Man.
and
I think what I think
I've
it
been
was?
trying to
I think
fix
it was-
that.
I think it was what I said. They were probably just expecting the garbage man, and you
they
just
might have
like,
been, dude. But I was salty after that.
they were like, "Here comes this guy. He's probably the garbage guy," and then that's the first thing they said. What did you do? Did you just like correct them and just?
No, that's what I said. Excuse me, I said. Sorry.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. Choking on my own fucking spit or some shit. No, I said, no. I said, I'm here to collect blah, blah, blah for blah, blah, blah. So
Didn't you say that? I thought you said you said that first though.
I did. I mean, I said, hey, I'm here for this person.
Mm-hmm.
They have something for me.
Yeah.
So then she went, oh, yeah, the garbage is right there. And I go, no. I go, she has documentation for me, blah, blah, blah. And so,
Yeah.
anyways, I got fucking humbled. My ego was
They
bruised,
were like,
honestly.
"Oh, sorry, you just look really smelly."
Dude,
and
I would-
hairy."
And I mean, like, our garbage men don't, like, that work for us don't, like, dress any differently than, like, I do, really,
Yeah.
on a daily basis. It's not like they look like scum and I
Right.
look like fucking perfect.
Yeah, they're people.
That's not even what I'm saying.
It's not like a
It's just-
school show of just
Right.
like the janitor's just like
In, like, the blue
long hair,
fucking...
blue overalls.
Blue overalls, yeah.
Just like super, like looks homeless. Probably
Yeah.
like they probably just hired on the street. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think it was like a intelligence thing was bruised. Not like maybe it wasn't looks or anything. It was just like maybe the way I talked or something. I don't know.
Well, I think just what you were talking about earlier, just focus on who cares. Who cares that's what they think. As long as you focus on how you treat people, who cares?
It's true.
I mean, yeah, just focus on that. But yeah, I could feel that. I feel like that would probably be like, I don't know, a garbage man though. Some garbage men, maybe
Some
not for
garbage
the
men
company
make a
that
good
we
amount
work
of money.
for, but some garbage men make a lot of good money. Yeah.
Yeah. No, my neighbor, for example, is friends with the owner of like a garbage company. He makes millions of dollars a year.
Yeah.
But he's also the owner of the garbage company.
Yeah, that's
but
different.
a little bit different. But
I remember-
dude, garbage can make money.
I remember being a kid and hearing that like a garbage man could make like $15 an hour, and I was like, 15? That's crazy. That's like, dude. If I worked for like a day, I could buy a video game. That's insane, dude.
Could buy more than one.
And I remember I always wanted to be a video like a not a video game, a garbage man.
Garbage man.
I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Do you know how much they're making right now around here?
Probably a lot.
$24 an hour.
Yeah, that's
really good money.
it's pretty good.
To have no degree. I doubt you need a high school
It's
diploma.
definitely work that like nobody wants to do though.
Exactly.
So
That's why they're getting
that's-
paid.
Yeah.
And that's probably why trash prices went up, but it is what it is. You
Yeah.
have to pay it. Like, I mean,
Trash prices, and then they fucking do they do the thing? I don't know if you have the same company, but they did that. They made us get new cans. Like it's just one giant can now, and the reason is because they have that crane that just like picks it up and just like dumps it in.
Yeah.
So they don't have to have that guy like hanging off their back.
They haven't taken my recycling in 2 months because we don't have one, and they haven't offered us one. So
It's like call them or some shit.
I don't know.
Just keep.
I don't.
Maybe you should start recycling more.
No.
But I mean, like, just like use it for something, like, build something.
Oh.
Get some children to build,
Like, yeah, dude, I could have the children build me
like
a
recyclable
car
fort.
or something. Like, what's aluminum? I mean, they make like some cars out of like aluminum, right? Maybe.
Foil usually is in aluminum.
I could have a fuck ton of foil.
Dude, endless. Reynolds would have shit on you. You know what I mean?
Dude, I could start selling it. I just need the children to start working.
You hear that, children?
That'd be nice.
Just need the children, yeah.
Dude, I cannot stop coughing because of that bout that I had.